This is Brunch, Blaze, and Babble,
where we eat, elevate, and talk about
media trends from the past,
the present,
and the future
from a Black perspective.
I'm your host, Roger Turner.
And I'm your host, Alexus Bertrand.
So sit back,
spark up,
and let's get into it. Hey, Alexis.
Hey, Roger, baby.
How you doing?
Baby, I am so good today.
I missed you.
I have not seen you in a hot damn second, boo.
And the hot is what it is right now.
It's so hot.
It is so hot, and I'm tired.
Mother Nature is not playing with it. She's so disrespectful.
You know how I feel about anything over 75 degrees.
I know, poor thing.
I don't want it.
Y'all, he is going through it.
I'm tired of it. So how was your brunch?
My brunch was good. So I came from work. We'll just leave it at that. But what they did do for lunch, they did this really this kind of like a buffet style on Caribbean. Some of the chefs there are West Indian. So it was some jerk chicken. There was some curries in there and these really great cold pasta salads, but they were like jerk. It was on point.
Okay, deliciousness.
It was all the deliciousness.
I think.
What'd you do?
Oh, I had brunch. I went to a local favorite here in Brooklyn, the Neptune Diner 2.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Where is this?
I think the original one is in Queens, maybe?
Right.
I'm not sure. I think that's right. But Neptune Diner 2, they have really great pancakes. And I like a good pancake.
Oh, man. Diners don't miss. If you're a good diner, the diner have good pancakes.
I like a good diner.
Seriously.
I like a good diner. How high are you?
I'm not climbing real fast. So I'm at a 7.5. But I think by the time I get to the end of the sentence.
Not into the sentence.
I might be like an 8 something.
And by the end of the sentence. And
we was up here climbing.
How did you ingest?
Well, Babblers, my good friend Roger gave me a little bit of honey.
Yeah. I love that infused honey.
What? When I say it's infused?
Yeah, that infused honey is
Lord of God.
It is in there. And then I think the sugar helps it get to your system faster.
It does.
So, yeah, I'm with you. I'm at a 7.8 and climbing.
Oh, my God.
Getting up there.
This episode going to be crazy.
But it's going to be crazy. I think, because I had some twice. So I'm definitely gonna be.
God.
I'm probably gonna be a 9. I hope I can push these buttons.
You got this. You got this. So y'all, we will not leave you in suspense. So let's talk about what we're talking about today.
What are we talking about?
So listen, Babblers, y'all know Roger and I love a good movie. Okay, and so given a recent conversation that we were having, we were talking about actually watching a whole collection of movies, better known as a franchise. We're talking about characters that endure the test of time through generations, and they've made a buku buttload of money.
Oh my God.
But it's not
Lots
really
of
necessarily
money.
about the money, but it's about the impact they've had on culture. So today's title is called, Would You Like a Franchise with That?
Okay, do you want one?
Okay, so we're going to get into so we have some really unique categories, but we'll share the categories later. So, because you know us, we can't ever do anything just simple. We got to be real, real good about that.
Yes, absolutely. So I think it's time for us to pull back the curtain.
Come on,
Yeah.
Roger, pull it back for us, baby.
All right, so I got some questions for you, okay?
You got some questions for me?
All right, so what do you think is the oldest movie franchise?
Oh.
Well, before we even get into oldest, what is the first year? When do you think the first movie franchise started?
That's a great question, because now, remember, y'all, he's never shared any of this with me, so I'm literally sitting here
yeah, we can.
Oh, damn.
Give a wild guess. What's your earliest one you can remember?
How about I would say Star Wars?
Star Wars. That's 1980s. I'm going to give you a hint. So the first movie franchise in the United States started in 1933.
What?
Yeah.
With who?
Well, that first franchise was King Kong. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So
that kind of makes sense.
I've been studying out movie franchises, and according to the website thenumbers.com, that basically looks at all the numbers, viewership, money and stuff in box office and in television. The movie franchise is considered a title or name that's used in a movie more than once that brings audiences to the theater. So even if it's like a remake or a redo, it's still considered a franchise, even if it may not be considered a sequel.
Got you. But as long as it has some attachment to that name.
Right, exactly.
Got it. Okay.
So keeping that in mind, okay, what do you think are the oldest franchises? So number one was King Kong.
Yeah.
King Kong 1933. What do you think is right behind it?
That I'm thinking,
number
I'm thinking
two,
like Godzilla.
Well, Godzilla is considered a part of the King Kong franchise.
Even back then.
Yeah.
That's wild.
In the U.S., is considered the part of the King Kong franchise.
So let's see. I see. Right behind King Kong, you say?
Mm-hmm.
James Bond's not that old. I'm stumped. What would be right behind King Kong?
But right behind King Kong with its first movie in 1939 and then its latest movie coming out in 2024 is The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz had The Wizard of Oz in 1939, The Return of Oz in 1985, Oz the Great and Powerful in 2013, and Wicked will be coming out in 2024.
Jesus.
Yeah. So right behind it is Wizard of Oz, and right behind that is Alice in Wonderland.
Because of its...
So Alice in Wonderland's first movie was 1933. There was another one in 2010, and then there was another one in 2016.
That's right.
So, so you have a whole, like, franchise. There were some really interesting numbers on this website. Like, I was really surprised at, like, what was there. There's three largest franchises. So largest meaning the number of movies that they had. Okay, so the number of years, but how many movies.
Number of movies.
Yeah, so King Kong is 91 years old, but it only has 7 movies in total over that time period. So it wouldn't be considered the largest. It would be considered one of the oldest. It is considered the oldest.
But not the...
What do you think is the top 3 largest franchise? So most movies in the franchise. You know this. Come on, you know number one.
Is it Marvel?
It's Marvel. It's the MCU is number one. Now, this particular website includes both movies that went directly to video or television and not just box office.
That makes sense.
So Marvel Cinematic Universe is number one, even though it's just box office.
Right.
It's number 2 is the DC Animated Universe.
Yep.
DC Animated Universe has 45 movies.
That is insane. I love this part of the conversation.
42 movies. 42 movies.
I love this part of the conversation because we're talking in terms of franchises. You can have King Kong exist with something as big as a juggernaut.
Yeah, think of franchises like McDonald's. Like,
I'm with you.
Yeah, like it's out here.
God.
You got that title out here everywhere. And what's
the third one?
The third one really surprised me.
Huh.
It was really surprising, but apparently it has 35 movies.
What the hell?
And a lot. Only one of them actually went to the box office.
What are you talking about?
Only one movie in this franchise was in the box office. It premiered in 2023. The rest of these movies were straight to video or television.
In a year?
No.
The one that made it to the box office was the only...
The first movie in this franchise came out in 2002, and then they consistently came out 2006, 2007, 2008, 2010, and they all went straight to video.
What the hell are you talking about?
Barbie.
The gag of it.
Barbie has 35 straight-to-video movies. I'm sorry, 34 straight-to-video movies with only one movie being in the box office.
And it made $1 billion.
Right. Because it made like $1 billion because they've been having people watching these movies.
Barbie been doing this under the radar, honey.
Barbie been in the video store since 2002, honey.
Come on, Barbie been living her best life. She out here giving zero Fs.
She had Barbie as Rapunzel, Barbie Magic, Barbie Island Princess, Barbie Christmas Carol.
Barbie just been living.
Barbie had a full career, honey. A full career that y'all was sleeping on, okay?
Wow. I was not ready for that.
But then we'll get into, so the last thing I wanted to get into that was like pretty much of a shocking number to me was the highest consistent franchises, meaning that this one title or this one name had the lowest year to ratio movie. So it didn't have like 10 or 15 year gap. It had the lowest. It had a large number of amount of movies. It's been around for a long time.
And it came out consistently.
Yeah. So it consistently had a number of movies over a span of years. So there is two that are kind of tied for number one. They actually battle back and forth for number one year after year.
I feel like one of those might be Harry Potter.
It is not, since Harry Potter only has 12 films. So I'm going to give you a hint.
Like that.
One of these franchises are 58 years old. They have 27 and 26 movies going on between them.
And they're both like, about 60 years old?
Yeah, the one that's 26, I'm counting as a tie because it has another movie coming out this year in the franchise. Ooh, that's a hard one.
That is a hard one. 60-year-old products that have been like the most consistent franchise.
You think about movies that you have come out all the time. So apparently
26 of them though.
They've come out every year. So
every year.
Listen, the ratios for these two franchises, the number one franchise had 27 movies in 58 years with a ratio of one movie every 2.1 years. Every 2.1 years since for the past 58 years. And then the number two has had a new movie out every 2.2 years.
I'm be mad when you tell me these. I'm be real mad
because you know them, and I know you've seen both of these.
I'm 60 years old. You play on my emotions.
So
just give them to me.
One of them you already mentioned.
Is it Bond?
It's James Bond. James Bond's first movie was in 1963 with Dr. No.
Mm-hmm.
And it had another movie come out like pretty much every year, every two and some months a year, a new movie came out. You've had everything from Goldfinger to Live and Let Die, Moonraker, Octopussy, one of my favorites.
GoldenEye.
The
world is not enough.
The world is not enough. Die Another Day.
Die Another Day, bitch.
Skyfall. And
Casino Royale. Don't give me two.
Yes.
Let me some Bond.
So yeah, there's a lot of Bond movies.
Okay.
So
who's that other girl? Because I am confused.
So the other girl is the only one out of the DC cinematic universe that has had consistent box office movies, and it's Batman.
Live, honey, live.
Even though we think of, what's his face, Beetlejuice as the first Batman.
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. The first Batman movie was in 1966.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
We had...
Shout out Adam West. We see you.
Adam West was in the first Batman movie, which turned into a series.
Don't play with me.
Back in 1966. And then from 1966, then you had Michael Keaton in 1989. And then they kept having movies like a year to a year. So in this franchise, Catwoman's included in this franchise. They include some of the animated movies in this franchise. Yeah. The Lego Batman movie is a part of this franchise.
Sense. Yeah, like you said in the beginning.
Right.
Sense.
And then you have the whole Joker is a part of the franchise. The latest Batman movie, and then
so good.
There's a new Joker movie that's coming out this year in 2024.
Yes.
And 2026, the sequel to the most recent Batman is supposed to come out.
I am living, y'all. Y'all know, if y'all know me, y'all know I love Batman. So that is awesome, baby.
That is, so thinking about franchises and thinking about this, these are some of the largest money making. And like the number one, do you know which is the largest grossing movie franchise?
Spider-Man?
No, come on, you know this.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm thinking Star Wars.
No, Marvel.
Oh, sorry. Yes. I keep forgetting. Yes,
Marvel.
Yes. They've made gazillions. I can't even put them on anything. Like
With
just,
$11 trillion. No,
I'm over.
I think it's like $11 billion in the box office. It's crazy.
It's insane.
How much money that they've made over the years. But yeah, that is our pull back the curtain.
Y'all make sure y'all snapping it up wherever you are for Roger and pulling back that curtain because you gagged me today on that. Okay, y'all. So we're going to get into the deeper babble part of it. And so with this, we have 3 categories we're going to cover. And Lord Jesus, help us. Remember, we do not know what either one of us has selected.
Yeah, remind me what these are. Come on.
Okay, so our 3 categories. First one is franchises we love.
Okay, I think I got a few of those.
Second one, franchises that didn't happen but should have.
Ooh, yeah, we should get into that.
And then it wouldn't be a Brunch Blazing Babble podcast episode without our third one. Franchises that we believe need to go the hell away.
Now, we may not agree about this, but I'm very sure when I don't want to come back. I don't want another one.
Okay.
We don't need no more.
See, we already did. Okay. All right. So let's start with the franchises we love.
So how many are we supposed to have of these? How many?
Like 5, because they
5?
quick.
Okay.
It's
I
quick.
think I got 5.
You got 5?
I think I got 5.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's spitball.
Boom,
What you got?
I'll start. Okay, first one I want to start with, they just did a movie, is the Alien franchise.
Ooh, see, scary movies is my blind spot, and I'm not into don't jump out at me.
I will say this and I'll be quick about it. I love that it really pushed, because I think the first one came out in 1979. And, and you had a female lead.
Oh,
right?
yeah, Sigourney worked that.
Captain Ripley is it for me. Do you hear me? She's one of my all-time favorite goats. But this whole idea, because you had like the Jason and the Freddy Cougars and the Michael Myers.
Yeah.
But this was Terror in space.
Yes.
And it was done well. Now, all
Trapped
the movies,
on a ship. Y'all could not get away.
What? It's like, and it's not like all of the movies are hit, right? Because now that the Predator is part of this world as well, which is interesting. But the story of it is great. I will always love the Aliens franchise, and this latest one has gotten great reviews.
Romulus has gotten great reviews.
I'm very excited.
You gonna tell me about it, cause
you ain't watching it.
I'm working on my blind spot, my horror movie blind spot.
Okay,
I'm trying to work on it.
I'll take you with me. All right, what you got?
So mine just came out with a movie recently. I really enjoyed it. It's getting like lukewarm reviews. Well, no, the last movie got really great reviews. Like people were really shouting out about it. But the Bad Boys franchise.
Yes. Good one right there.
I love the Bad Boys franchise.
Say what you want, but Will and Martin are magic. They really are.
They're a great combination.
Period.
They're really funny together. The action was pretty decent. I like what they've done with the most recent sequels. They've given them a nice realistic turn. You're not giving me like too much.
Yes. Not too much.
Not too much. Not giving me not trying to recycle the last movie's storyline.
They really
over.
aren't.
I like that we're not still doing this, but it was actually pretty good. I enjoyed them.
I enjoyed it to the point where we're like, I wouldn't mind another one. Like I honestly have. I'm
looking for. I want the next generation of Bad Boys.
I honestly do. Where they're grooming the next. Pass the torch.
I kind of want them to pass the torch. Go ahead. What you got?
All right. I'm gonna hit you with this one. I'm gonna go with John Wick.
Oh, good for you. No, I don't mind John Wick. I like John. Listen, Keanu Reeves can't do any wrong. He's actually a pretty.
I might fight somebody on the street behind that one.
Yeah, Keanu knows how to hold down a franchise.
Yeah, and the reason why I like it so much is because it takes its stylized violence and choreography very seriously.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't shame from that. You can say whatever you want about the plot development, but I just love this idea of this whole espionage assassin world.
The fight choreography is top notch.
And even the show The Continental I thought was really done quite well. It's on Peacock if anybody's interested. But I really like this. And for like modern day action, I'm a fan.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that. What you got?
I got it. Okay, so
what you gonna hit me with?
So it only has 2 movies out, but they were working on a 3rd one.
Here we go, y'all.
Really enjoy
What you about to hit me
this
with?
franchise, the Sister Act franchise. I love Sister Act.
You know what? Oh, y'all, hold on. Roger know how to get me too, because I'm waiting to like eat up one of his selections, but you hit me with, I love Sister Act. You can't do that.
Hey, come on. Listen, when they bring me this when they bring me this 3rd franchise, listen, you gotta bring me this 3rd one. I'm interested in what the story plot is going to be. I am concerned that Tyler Perry is involved.
He's producing. He ain't writing nothing.
That's what he said.
There'll be no wigs.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
You're not doing this.
Well, I mean, Whoopi has some dope wigs at the top of that movie.
Don't mess with me.
But yeah, I want to see more Sister Act.
I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you the Sister Act one. All right, let me hit you with, I got to throw in Star Trek.
Okay.
I love the Star Trek franchise. Even though the movies can be hit or miss, I love all of the television shows. It was it's literally represented, I would say, breaking down those barriers around diversity, literally from the inception of the first show all the way through. So even if people, and you hear people in the comments around the casting, whatever, I feel like Star Trek is one of those franchises that's like, I don't give a damn. If this is going to be our captain, and this is how they're going to choose to show up in the show, and they don't shy away from those kind of storylines. They really kind of put the middle finger up and then still release really good quality products.
Yeah, I think I really enjoyed, I didn't think about that. I really enjoyed Star Trek movies. I've always loved the series, but I'm thinking back of like all the Star Trek movies.
Yeah,
like I think I've pretty much enjoyed them.
I still think they're fun.
I think they're fun. I don't think I've gone back to a lot of them. And then like the newer ones, I've enjoyed. I love the like Zachary Quinto as Spock.
Yeah, it all works.
And Chris Pines.
Baby, call me Chris. Oof.
Even Zoe did her thing as Uhura.
Side note, Zoe is literally a box office smash. She's like an every $1 billion product. I can't.
I like her. So,
all right, what you got?
Boom. My next franchise.
Mm-hmm.
You looking at me. Okay, Brunches. He's over here side-eyeing me like ready to jump on one of my picks, but he's gonna love all of them.
I'm probably gonna love them all. I'm so mad.
My next franchise is Harry Potter, the Harry Potter franchise.
Oh, that's cute.
I love all of it. You don't love these movies?
I mean, I do.
I was waiting.
But I
was like, what you gonna say?
Like,
what you gonna say?
I love them.
I was
do
gonna
you
say,
hear me? They live in my heart.
My husband and I recently just did a full just running through all the movies.
That's so fun to do.
So we didn't do any of the Fantastic Beasts or any of those, but we just went through from Sorcerer's Stone all the way to Deathly Hallows. And I was like, wow, it's really beautiful to watch like how those 3 stars developed as actors and
all
the movies developed with them. Like it was a kids movie in the beginning, but as they got older, it became
this like teenage saga.
Right. As they matured, the movies matured. Yeah. And I really enjoyed that. So you really gave something for your audience to follow.
You have to. Like, it's such a good It
was good. It was good.
Yeah.
What you got?
Okay, my last 2 are so easy. So of course I gotta give it up for Marvel.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, let's just be clear. It has to be
I don't have to give my number 5 because that was mine too. I was already in with Marvel. Yeah.
Okay, but we have to put it out there because of all of the.
Yeah.
Okay, right? And it's given us Black Panther, which I will always hold as the crown jewel of anything they put out.
So what I love about the MCU is like it is the most complicated but well done spanned storyline over 45 movies. Like it is
agree with that.
It's incredible how they were all connected. Like
regardless how you felt about those films.
And like
absolutely.
without any there's no holes in that story. There's no
or there's enough that but in this world. All of this holes everywhere. Stop playing with it. It's all fiction.
It's all fiction, but you can't get in here and be like, well, they forgot that this happened. I was like, no, they didn't.
Actually,
they actually brought that in over here.
Exactly.
So it's always it's a great, and it's a wide enough universe that they can keep splintering off with new worlds and new things. So they've done a great job with that. So it's one of the things I enjoyed about MCU, especially all the way down to Endgame, because I was like, I followed all of these movies. Thank you for giving me everything.
It was the
It was a really great payoff.
Okay, so if that was your top one, my top one is actually slightly different. And I'm going to say specifically my number one franchise is the Spider-Man franchise.
Ooh, okay.
Right? We know that was a partnership with Sony. And the only thing that I really want to say about how special this is that for those of us who lived during that time period, like superhero movies really had like just watered down and kind of gone to the wayside. And even in our culture, like you wasn't seeing anything in terms of like the apparel now. And I remember when Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man came out, it's like the world collectively put on a Spider-Man t-shirt. It was the first time I had seen since like the Michael Keaton Batman. I had seen like franchises, toys, video games, apparel, like everything was Spider-Man. And there was, and I say that literally, y'all, because for those of y'all who are old enough to remember, there were no other big superheroes like here. I mean, unless you were repping them personally, there were no other big, huge box office draws. Everything was Spider-Man. And so, and you know, Stan Lee was still with us. So I felt like we were living in this as a comic book fan. I got to give it to that.
I think one of the things I enjoyed about the Spider-Man, especially Tobey Maguire's performance as Spider-Man, really was the first movie that actually gave us the humanity behind a superhero.
Yeah.
It really gave us, that first movie really gave us like, oh, it's not just fun and games. Like, it must suck to be a superhero.
Yeah. Oh, and then to that point, the three modern day Supermans, right? So Andrew Garfield's one, which a lot of people, he has a huge following along Tom Holland's and Tobey Maguire's, which why when they did that one film, I won't give it away, right, where you see all of them, and that's because, like, to that darkness or to that humanity, a lot of people fell in love with Andrew Garfield's version. And that's just a testament that it's interesting to hear how people can let all of these variations of this one beloved character live. I just have to give it up for Spider-Man.
Well, I have to pull back a little bit. So it's the first time we've seen it humanized in the box office since Christopher Reeves as Superman.
That is a great point.
Yeah, Christopher Reeves was since Superman. I think there was like a 20-year gap between when Superman was on and Tobey Maguire, but we hadn't really seen anyone like humanize a superhero since then.
No. That's such a great point. So that's the ones that we love, y'all. Okay, so now
wait, I got one more.
I thought you did your one. What's your one?
No, because I just skipped my.
Oh, that's right. Because I
skipped mine because you gave me this one. So my number 4 that would have been right behind MCU was. So looking at the numbers, I'm looking at numbers.com. I'm looking at franchises that didn't always go straight to the box office. Some of this franchise absolutely did not go to the box office.
Y'all can hear my side.
I went and got all these DVDs. I watched every single one. The DC animated universe.
Oh, damn. You knew I was going to... You know I love this. Come on, baby.
Listen, DC has not done well with their live action movies.
Nope.
But these animated movies slapped.
Baby.
Yo.
Baby.
What's your favorite DC animated?
There's two. I think one was called Doom.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Is it?
Yeah, that's
love Doom.
That has the best Wonder Woman action sequence.
Stop playing in my face right now.
In the animated universe.
Woo,
that thing.
When I tell you she was throwing hands.
Oh, it was such a good. I really remember like making sure that we got the new movie, that we either downloaded it or we picked up the DVD or we made sure that we got the new movie because they always had a new animated movie coming out.
Yeah, and they really have tested in the current ones. They really pushed the boundary of like they allow death and destruction to really happen. And I think that's always been, for those of us who know this take, and I'll say this about DC, like there's something way more visceral about their approach to this storytelling that, to your point, the animated series and the movies and the shows. So I would recommend Doom, and if anybody's interested in getting into it, I would also watch Young Justice.
Oh,
which I
Young
think
Justice was everything. Have you
it
seen
is
the
so-
latest?
Yes, I had.
Oh my
It
gosh.
did not miss.
It did not miss.
Whew.
Young Justice was a great series.
Whew.
Okay, so yeah, that's all of my favorites.
Okay. Love our favorites. Okay, so franchises. This is gonna be real easy for me. Franchises that didn't happen but should have.
I only had 2 of these, but yeah, go ahead.
I actually only have a couple. I actually only have like 3.
Okay, go for it. What you
Okay,
got?
so my first one is I would have loved a Charlie's Angels franchise. And I'm talking about the Lucy Liu, Drew Barrymore, and Cameron Diaz one because it was so campy and it was fun and it didn't take itself so seriously.
But honey, it was a franchise. They had 2 of
No.
them. That's
no.
2 of them.
That's just 2.
It's
No,
considered a
but I wanted to
franchise.
keep it going. No.
You wanted
But
more.
we all screamed for a third, and then they said, "Yes, we did."
I
Don't
don't know
play in
about
my
all
face.
of us.
See, y'all. You see?
I don't know
how
about
he
all
be
of
getting
us.
me? I'm about to. You see how he be getting me?
I was good.
Oh.
Good. I loved Lucy Liu. Cameron D says. I'm high.
As hell.
D says. Cameron Diaz, I was like, okay, maybe.
What? No.
And then, what's the
Lucy
face?
Liu?
No, not Lucy Liu.
Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore. I was like, girl, you getting on my nerves.
No, but-
I did not. I was like, I don't want her. I don't want it. I wanted Drew Barrymore to go away.
I am gagged.
I didn't like it. I didn't like
This
Drew
is the
Barrymore.
second time, y'all. He done
But
ate
I
me up
did
on this.
enjoy these movies.
Girl,
I
bye.
just, I liked what they tried to do with the newer one. It was terrible.
You liked what they?
I liked
Roger.
this.
Our
Let me,
friendship is about to come into question.
hold on. The movie was awful.
Okay.
I
thank
liked
you.
that they tried to make the angels women of color, which is what I would have wanted a long time
But with
ago.
a shit script, like I can't
Yeah,
do
literally
it.
terrible
You setting
script.
us up for.
I wish the Charlie's Angels, the original Charlie's Angels, had Lucy Liu and 2 other women of color, and not these 2 white women. Because I didn't care. Drew Barrymore is funny, but I didn't care about her. They were like, "Oh, she about to
Wait a
blow up,"
minute.
and I
This
was
is
like,
the
"Let her
wrong
blow."
Category.
I was like, "Let her
Excuse me.
blow up."
This is
I
the
don't
wrong
care.
category for this. Okay, this is the category where this should happen.
Okay,
Will you just
we
give
got-
me yours?
All right, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
All right, so this movie just came out. I hope it comes out with a franchise. I believe it's Apple TV. No, it's a Netflix movie. It didn't come out in the box office. It's called The Union with Halle Berry and Mark Wahlberg. So they play. So first of all, Mark Wahlberg is where you did the That's how I feel
Right.
about it too. I was
Okay.
like, well, because I almost did not watch this.
That's what I'm saying.
And then I was like, action movie with Halle Berry? I don't know. Listen, Halle learned from Catwoman. She said, y'all will not be talking about me.
You
And
mean
it's
John Wick 3? Because she was already giving us action in John Wick 3. She had
Because
learned.
Halle said, y'all will not be clowning me
But
like
the
you did
action
in
in
Catwoman.
Catwoman was not bad.
The action in Catwoman was CGI, honey. It was a lot. It was a lot of CGI and wires. But in The Union, more than in John Wick, because she had a lot of action in John Wick. But this particular movie, The Union, Halle did these stunts. Like you can
Okay.
see her in these stunts. Mark Wahlberg plays a construction worker named Mike who's thrust into the world of espionage when his high school sweetheart, Roxanne, played by Halle Berry, recruits him for a high-stakes intelligence mission.
Oh, damn.
So The Union is pretty much like the workers or the blue-collar people that help out the CIA and the FBI. They're all the ones that do the wiretaps, that are the construction worker on the street. So those extra people that you see in big stings and bigger movies, The Union is about those people.
Oh, you about to make me watch this, ain't you?
And it's actually it's a very like trying to promote union workers.
Okay.
So it's a union workers movie. It's a love story or a love note to union workers.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. y'all. I can't side eye you too
Yeah,
much.
I mean, whoever is working with Mark, they said, listen, they don't like you, so let's do some things. Let's do some things to make people care.
God.
His character's not from Boston. His character's from Jersey, which makes him a little more likable. They have like Halle Berry and Mark Wahlberg are high school sweethearts from Jersey.
guess.
It turns out pretty good.
Okay, I'll
so
give it a shot.
there's enough room for it to be a sequel. So I hope they do it. It had some great stars. You got J.K. Simmons. You got Mike Coulter from
Okay, now wait
Luke
a minute.
Cage.
Now you naming some peoples now. Now you naming my peoples.
I can't think of her name from Sopranos. What is her name?
Oh, not Edie Falco.
No, the one that played the doctor.
What's that stabber name? I forgot her name. But I know you're talking about. Okay, I'm gonna check this out.
I'm gonna find it. Yeah,
I'm on my nerves.
But yeah, she's in the movie. Like it's a great what?
No, I'm listening to you because I'm mad. You're gonna make me watch this.
It was a
now.
good movie. It was a good movie. I really enjoyed it. I hope it becomes a franchise. What's yours? What's your next one?
Okay, this is my last one for this. I've been going back and forth. Here's what. Okay, so since we know franchise are franchise's name, I'm gonna pull out a video game because we've seen a lot of video games go to movies, and all I want to say is I believe that this video game deserves a big box office moment, and that video game is God of War.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
think, especially now where the story is, it has. The game itself, the story itself has enough to satisfy all of the big action people who love that kind of stuff to blow up and tear up.
I've never played the game, but I know a lot of people that do and love the story behind this game.
And it's even more incredible after his like destruction of everything to see what he's doing now, being a father. It is everything. And now they're making their way to their connection with the Norse gods.
Mm-hmm.
So you really have this culture connection of what was left of the Romans and all of that, and it deserves, I think, a franchise to include a big box office moment. So I'll leave it at that.
I hear that.
Yeah, and the other one was tied is that if I could say I want more of one, it would have to be. I really want more Kill Bill. I know people keep talking about it. I don't know.
I kind of want to know what happens to Nakia.
I kind of want to know.
I want Nakia to come back.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, even if you want to flashback me Vivica now,
right?
Maybe they have like a scene where they were like,
I want all of it. Listen, I want Vivica. I want Nakia to grow up and have a moment, have something to say
to the bride,
and be like, listen, you killed my mother.
I need to see Beatrix. I need to see her about some things.
Where's B?
Where's B? Okay. Last category. This is a quick one. So
I didn't do my second one.
I thought you did. I can't count.
I only did the union. See, we just be cutting over. We just racing through this episode.
Rude. I am so rude.
Forget your other stuff. I don't care about what you be dreaming about.
Don't do that, Roger. Don't do that.
So I was thinking that even in my favorites, I don't have enough romantic comedy franchises under my belt that I really love. Like there's My Big Fat Greek Wedding. There is.
The Meet the Parents was one?
Meet the Parents is one.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. But they're good, but they're not movies that I like go back to and I want to watch them over and over again. I feel like there isn't enough for me to like care about these stories about these people going back and forth. So there is. There is a it was originally Hulu series, but I believe it's on Netflix. It's a series called Special.
No, I've not heard of this.
Special was really great. So Special is about a young queer man with cerebral palsy, and he is just trying to navigate his way to like being independent because he has cerebral palsy and he has trouble with locomotion. He sometimes has to depend on his mom, and so it's also affecting his love life. So he's decided that he just wants to get out. He ends up getting a job working for an internet magazine and starts like living out, decides to live on his own and figures out how to do that, starts making friends. But the rub is when he gets his new job, he doesn't tell anybody he has cerebral palsy. Somehow there's a rumor that he walks the way he walks because he was in a terrible accident and not because he has cerebral palsy. So he gets to like now just be a person. And so it's the first time he ventures into this. It was a really beautiful series. It's 2 seasons. The episodes were really short. The episodes were like 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh, it's an easy digest.
Yeah, Hulu just didn't invest enough money into this because they didn't think anybody was going to watch it. It stars the writer of the series. The writer and director of the series is the actual star. I don't believe he's the director. He's the creator, a writer and creator. Ryan O'Connell is the star of the series. He's charming. He's funny. He's adorable. There's lots of sex scenes in it.
Shut up.
Yeah, he normalizes people with cerebral palsy having a sex life.
Boy, I ain't mad at you.
And I wish this was a movie. I wish this was a movie franchise. There was enough storyline there that this could have been at least 2 movies.
I see what you're saying. We could have cared about the longevity of this story because the characters, if you will, are that compelling.
I would have loved and enjoyed this story with a big budget on a big screen. I really would.
I love that. Roger, you know what, Brunches? I could not hate on any of the selections. So
You was trying.
I was trying to. You
was trying.
Okay, so we got 2 more things to babble about.
Okay.
And this one is our last category. The franchises that need to go the hell away.
Put it in the garbage.
And leave it there. Matter of fact, set it on fire.
Don't make another one.
Don't. I will hit you. Okay.
Give the money to
You
somebody
ready?
else. Yeah, what you got?
My first one. Mission Impossible.
Don't. I'm with you.
Listen,
It was on my list too.
I was so good, like the first 2, because I love Mission Impossible. I love all that espionage. I mean, you told the people I love James Bond, so I was ready for this. But what this has turned into is Tom Cruise jumping off of everything. That's just it.
Yeah, and
I'm tired.
And what people don't understand is like Mission Impossible was a classic television series before it was a movie franchise. And what bothered me about the subsequent movies is that it just departed away from that so much.
Away from the whole mission.
And
thing.
there
like,
were so amazing. There were some really great, amazing people of color in that cast in the original series, and like it never carried over.
And they had their own stuff,
right?
That came up. This was all to help Ethan Hunt. Everything. I just
the whole Mission Impossible original storyline was about the team. It was an ensemble show, now we got this thing where we just got to watch Tom Cruise and pretend like he's tall.
And his whole cast is like watching through glass or watching through binoculars or watching on the screen, just gasping. I'm over it. I don't want to see it no more.
I was like, you're not gonna make me believe he's over 5'3". I'm not. You can put him on all the step stools you want.
There's nothing else to jump off of.
I already know he's short.
He's jumping off a bridge. I got it. This building, this car.
He done swung through a sandstorm.
He done backflipped over a motorcycle through a hurricane.
Scaled up on the wall on the building, and the thing didn't work. And oh no, he gonna fall off the big building.
I got it. Thank you.
I'm done. I don't want it anymore.
What you got, baby?
So this one you might get mad at me about because I think you like these movies. But this Fast and Furious, it's
Roger,
enough.
why you keep coming for my neck? I'm with you though.
Like Tokyo Drift should have been. It jumped the shark at Tokyo Drift. Like
you think? No. I think it jumped shark. What was the third? What was the third one?
That's Tokyo Drift, isn't it?
Oh damn, it's right.
The third one is Tokyo Drift. I think it's the third one. When Bow Wow came out there, and I was like, no, thank you. I don't want this.
No, it was you know what? I held on. I think Too Fast, Too Furious. No, it was the one with Fast Five. Was that the one where they was like in space? I was like, I am outdone.
Listen.
Like they're in the stratosphere with cars.
When he held on to the helicopter and the car to save, he was holding on to the wire and then the helicopter and trying to hold him in place. And,
like he Captain America.
And like, so I'm not supposed to believe that his arms didn't just get ripped off. I need everybody to go away because you was trying to make all of these things happen because you knew there were people like me sitting out here in this audience that don't care about y'all driving these cars fast. Like how many times we were driving? I didn't care no more.
I think there was a submarine somewhere.
All these. It is, and you know how I feel about car chases. Like, get there. Hurry up and get there.
And then enhanced soldiers, I'm done.
I don't get there. When we gonna get there? The whole movie is a car chase, and we haven't got here.
But it's all about family. Okay.
Okay.
We done.
Okay. Family need therapy because have y'all seen Tyrese lately? Because I want him to
be. That's a different show, babe. No,
he needs to be quiet.
He need to hush. I need him to sit down somewhere.
There's a lot going on.
But him and they got his little group back together, so maybe he'll be busy.
Maybe he'll be busy. I want him to just sing some more, Tyrese. Sing. Okay. Sing, Tyrese.
Last one, because my last one.
Okay, go ahead. What you got? What do you want to go away?
Medea.
Oh well, yeah.
I don't want to. Medea done went to jail. The moon has died. I'm done.
Medea done had a funeral. She done had a farewell tour, and now she back. What are we doing?
I'm good. I don't want no more. And this is as someone who has, now I don't say suffered, but like I've been seeing this character since the stage plays and what nobody checking for Tyler. I'm done. I'm good.
I don't want no more.
I loved all of the moments, whatever. I'm finished. Don't make another one.
Yeah, I don't want no more of those.
I'm good.
I think I'm good.
Yep.
I think that's it for me. I think that was all, because you hit all my ones, because I was about to say, because my second one was Mission Impossible, because I needed them all to go away.
You right about Fast and the Furious, though. You right. I mean, as fun as they are, I'm over it.
Yeah,
where else can you drive a car? There's nowhere else to go.
Where are we going in these cars? Not just somewhere else to drive it. Where are we driving it to? Because we never get there. We never get there in these movies. We just keep, and they end the movie with another race, and I'm tired. Oh, y'all, like, the credits is rolling. They getting back in the car.
I'm asleep.
The credits rolling, they back in the car. I'm like, so we back in the car? I thought we were done. Y'all got in again? I don't want it.
We don't want it.
I don't want it.
So y'all, listen, y'all should make sure y'all hit us up on the socials and tell us some of your favorite franchises as well, or least favorite franchise and where you stand on some of these products.
Yeah, so if you're listening this far into the episode, you are probably listening to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. If you are, please make sure that you follow us and that you rate us. And if you want to follow us on the social media, you can find us at Brunch Blaze Babble on IG and on TikTok.
Come on, boo.
So make sure you just drop us a line. You can send us messages on both. And you can find me, Roger Turner, 1906 Choir Boy, on all socials.
And you can find me, Alexus Bertrand, the Autumn Squid, on all socials. We would love to hear from you.
Please, guys, we want to hear all your opinions. Mm-hmm. But I think that's our show for today.
Yeah, that sounds good, y'all. So listen, be good or be good at it.
And I just want you to know that you are enough just as you are.
You really are.
Thank you for listening.
Bye, y'all.